Announcement of an otherworldly friend. BD0981 from June 25, 1939, taken from book number 18. When the day draws to a close, the human being takes care of rest and his thoughts wander much more into the spiritual realm, and the friends in the beyond wait for this time in order to provide their loved ones on earth with support, to stimulate and direct their thoughts into the spiritual realm. And a lively activity and busy spiritual work begins. Every soul on earth has its supervisor and spiritual support, and they leave no opportunity unused to fulfill their task for these souls. Love constantly drives them to spiritual activity. The desire to promote their state of maturity in order to spare them great suffering in the beyond keeps them constantly active, and the human being now senses the spiritual influence of these beings by the frequent lingering of thoughts on dearly departed loved ones or questions concerning life after death. The more intensively the human being devotes himself to such thoughts, the more and easier the spiritual friends are able to influence him. Such hours of inner contemplation are unspeakably beneficial, for the human being then establishes the connection with the beyond, even if unconsciously. But the beings in the beyond also feel the need to make themselves known to people. They still have the desire to express themselves but can no longer do so in the same way as in earthly life, yet the urge to communicate with their loved ones has not been lost. And where a willing thought of a deceased person draws him close to the human being on earth, the being in the beyond is delighted and a mental connection takes place between it and the human being which remains uninterrupted as long as the human beings will remembers the friend in the beyond. If the being in the beyond is perfect, then its strength is understandably also sufficient to exert great influence on the earthly human being and thus to be able to mentally influence him. But less perfect beings in the beyond certainly have the desire to express themselves in some way, but their strength is not sufficient to establish a connection and to communicate with the earth beings as they desire. And this can only happen with the help of perfect spiritual beings on condition that they consider such communication to be advantageous for the earthly human being. But the beings' love for each other also lets them assist each other so that every soul's desire will be satisfied. And thus beings wanting to express themselves are constantly in your vicinity, and they wait for the favor of an announcement because they partly promise themselves blessings from it. They don't miss any opportunity and always stay around you because it is infinitely comforting for them to have found the visible evidence of the connection from the beyond to earth through your spiritual work. And so a friend wants to make himself known to you through the loving admission on the part of your protector and give you the explanation himself so that you recognize him. This is my greeting which I offer you. Ne verum endostitium. God be with you and strengthen you for the task which you are to fulfill. Being single on earth has caused me a certain poverty, for I am not followed by a loving prayer. I therefore feel it as a special blessing when your thoughts stay with me, for I have done nothing to earn them. I still felt this on earth and was therefore in great distress when the gates of earth closed. Now I remember the unused earth time in remorse. I see your work, your striving and your love and would like to be able to be equally active still on earth. The burden of earth has been taken from me, but I still carry a burden with me, that I did not grasp the miracle of divine love. That I researched, pondered and doubted where I had to feel God's love, that I did not prove myself and accept the gift of grace with a grateful heart. I was given a time limit, but I let it pass. O often seek me with your thoughts, and call me close to you, so that I may learn to serve the eternal deity and now fulfill my task properly. And so I can only thank you and call out to you again, verita table just vitam.